they need to have something easy to control, easy to move, and lightweight and low cost also. So the first decision was to keep only one motor. So you have only one movement, open and close. The second issue was to remove a sensor. Why? Because you need to keep it simple to use. And then because you can, for example, for the cobots, you can add a force torque sensor here at the wrist base. For example, on Optoforce robotic sensors, they are producing circular force torque sensors that you can add to any end effector. So also in this case, you can add this product at the basis here at the connection flange, and this can give you an additional feedback. So to have sensors in each fingertips from our concept was useless and was something that you will not need as we want to promote a mechanics soft robotics. So it's a different concept at the basis. Then if you consider 5 fingers and 19 phalanges as we have, to get one sensor for each phalanges, it will
very expensive also.
Will put a cost to the cost should be really, really incredible. So we decided to keep it, to remove it and to keep it affordable to be purchased and to be tested from anybody. Because the aim of the company is first of all to disseminate and to promote the soft robotics mechanics technology. So this is the aim why we are here, why we were created. And it's something that also in robotics department or in research institutes is not so known. So we are doing an effort to disseminate and promote this kind of technology also. And to explain and to show that you can also adapt the grasp and get the feedback also removing sensors. This is the cultural challenge that we are facing now.
So with sensors, what would be the price point?
The sensor you mean for for the other companies?
No, yeah, other companies, and no. Let's take your hand for example. Since you remove the sensor, what kind of price reduction did you guys notice with and without the sensor?
Putting all the sensor inside. It was made only from a research point of view. So we cannot guarantee the integration of sensors in any case. We can do it, but not realizing the integration from ourselves. We can suggest you which product you can use and which kind of work you can do. But it's something that we didn't investigate up to now, so we cannot sell the sensors for the hand from our side.
Okay.
I can suggest you some companies doing sensors, and you can try the integration by yourself anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, could you name a few?
The cost of a force torque sensor is around 1,500 euro. So $2,000 US dollars is not very expensive.
So right now, the hand model that you have is without sensors, right? So what would be the price point for your grippers?
The price of this is 9,500 euro.
Okay.
So in dollars, I guess around $10,000, $11,000, I guess. The price range is that.
And what kind of products would your gripper be able to pick up? I mean, objects, shapes, any examples?
It can adapt to any object and shape. It's like a human hand, as it's one-to-one with a human hand. So any object that you can take with your own hand, the hand can take.
Oh.
From a payload point of view, you can have 0.8 kilos of payload from the pinch grasp, that is this movement,
Okay.
so 0.8, and 1.9 kilos from the power grasp, that is this,
Okay.
of picking. So more or less from 0.8 up to 1.9.
Oh, that's
This is the
really good.
payload. From the shape point of view, it can adapt to any object that a human hand can take. So it depends anyway in what is your application and what is your idea of your intended usage. It can take the pen, for example, or the mouse without any problem, as we are doing. So this is the plus of the hand. You can adapt and pick up different objects without change the control action. And also, you don't need a vision system, because you can teach the hand to go more or less where the object is, and then it's the hand to adapt the grasp to it. From mechanics point of view only.
Okay. So, speaking from the point of view of end users, what kind of challenges do you think they face?
We are now promoting and selling this product in testing laboratories. So for private companies that needs to test their products, for example, home furniture producers or automotive producers, they need to test their products replicating exactly the human movement. And this is not able, you cannot do it using a normal gripper, a two-finger gripper. Because thinking about a fridge, anybody has a fridge, and there are some companies producing the fridge, and they need to test how many cycles of opening, closing, opening the parts inside, removing parts, and they need to have an exact feedback on consumption of the user or any kind of feedback that a human being can do in his house. So how can they do this? They can do this with a robot for sure, but also with a human hand, a robotic hand replicating a human hand movement. So our area of activities is the testing area. Or we have we are investigating another field that is the feeder of lines or the unboxing and boxing of conveyor belt. Because in production lines, almost all the line is already automatized. You need only to automatize the feeder of the conveyor belt and the boxing at the end of the conveyor belt. That is still did by a human operator. So why is still did by a human operator? Because they can handle the object, they can relocate in the correct position, and they are fast. So this is the real challenge also for us, to enter in this kind of sector where you can replicate the human movement also for feeder or unboxing or boxing again. Then we have another sector that is the fruit handle, harvesting and manipulation. So fruits from different shape, from apples to strawberries to anyway different consistency and volume, because the hand can adapt the grasp. And with the fruits, you never have the same volume or weight or shape. So you need something that can adapt the grasp, but being also soft from this point of view. So you should not damage the hand and not the head.